Okay, class. Well, one more time, welcome to Mathematics for Liberal Arts, the our section which is B004. Okay, this is the window that you're gonna see in D12. We have several modules. Well, this is actually my window in D12. I don't know, probably I should be able to, no, let me leave it like that. Okay, so we have in the content, if you are not familiar with D12, you are new here in Lawrence College, feel free to ask me anything. If you are not familiar, just send me an email and tell me, Daniel, I'm not familiar with this, and I don't have any problem to show you in a probably web section or something like that in few minutes how this is working. But basically, you will find, for those of you that are new here in Lone Star, you will find here the content, and just beneath the content, you will have the modules. The way this course is organized is that the module content that you should check goes from top to the bottom. So this course is organized in modules. Module 1, Module 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have 5 modules. These modules here are hiding at this moment because I don't want you to go so far in the course. I want just to be focused on what we need to cover according with the schedule that we have in the syllabus. The first week, everything matters about start here in module number 1. And I'm going to tell you what is this module about. In the module start here, where there are a lot of instruction over there, you're going to be able to look all this material. But the reason of this video is just to show you what you are going to expect from this course, which is this one over here, this link that you have over here. If we click over there, what we're going to open is a presentation that has only 2 pages. Basically, the most important page, which is this one, that is the cover page that you're going to have in your D12 course. And this is just a summary of what we're going to cover in this course. So we're going to cover 5 topics. We're going to start with all what have to do with sets. Set is a collection of objects. For instance, let me give you an example of sets. The days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Friday. So the days of the week is one way to make reference to this set, but you can also make reference just listing or make a roster of the objects of that set, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Okay, so we're gonna go in details about all what have to do with sets. What are the main properties of the sets, fundamental characteristics of the sets, how can I make operations of the sets, and somehow why the sets are important in mathematics. Okay, you may have an heuristic idea at this moment, but this is what we're going to cover in module number 1. Then we're going to pass to module number 2, which is a long module that has to do with logic. Okay, so in logic, what we are going to give you is to provide you with some kind of framework that allows you at least to have a better judgment from now on about what is the thoroughness or validities of the conversations that you may have with the rest of the people in which you are interacting with. Okay, that is very important because most of the time what we receive from our audience in the website, in the media, or from the news or whatever, especially in these days that we are running into an election process here in the United States are opinions from people. And from the mathematical point of view, even though if the opinions are very important, the opinions are not a logic statement. And when we want to work in our professional life and we want to make a point from the professional point of view, we are not going to use opinions. What we are going to use are statements that may be true or may be false. Okay? Just to show you a couple of things. This is taken from your textbook. For instance, in here you have several sentences. Okay? Let me just to read one. For instance, this one. This is from the CEO of Microsoft back in 2007. He said, there is no chance that the iPhone is going to get any significant market share. No chance. Okay, so even though if that is a phrase that is coming from a CEO, which is an important person, okay, because he's the CEO of Microsoft, which is a very important company, well, that is not a valid phrase. This is not a statement. This is just an opinion. And that opinion, we cannot really establish if that opinion is true or false. Okay? So we need to have or dealing with information that can be stay as a true statement or false statement. Because what we need to do in our professional life is to deal with facts, not with opinions. The opinions might be true or might be close to the reality. That is another stuff, but it's no more than that. And actually, the life that we have seen with Apple demonstrate that this is just a matter of an opinion. It's not really something that was true. Okay? So we are going to deal with that, and what we're going to cover in this chapter is just to give you the fundamentals that allows you in the future to have a better judgment when you are listening information from other sources. And then you're going to have the tool to discriminate if that is something that should be considered into account or not. That's the main idea behind that. Okay, well, this is what is going to be a logic theory. That is module number 2. We're going to spend a lot of time on there. I think that is chapter number 3 in your textbook. We are going to use elements and properties from the set theory in order to facilitate the trueness of different type of statement that we're going to be dealing with on chapter number 3 in this module number 2. Then we're going to jump into something that is probably a little bit different from this, which is personal finance. Personal finance, I will provide you with some typical type of transactions that are important in our daily life. And we're going to discuss about that. So in here, for instance, I include the graph of a mortgage. So we're going to have all the time to discuss about that one. This is module number 3. Then we're going to go to module number 4, which is about probabilities. Probabilities, the theory in mathematics that try to describe what is the chance that you're going to win in certain circumstances. Okay? And then, to end the course, we're going to talk about the statistics. Statistics and probabilities are very close related. Okay? Probability probably is the last part. So, we study situation from samples of a population we took a sample and then we try to predict that something is going to take place or not. For instance, who's going to be the next president of the United States in November? We don't have a law that is going to answer that. But as you know, there are different polls, and different polls have some numbers. And sometimes you can hear, well, there is some number for this specific candidate. And then you say, well, what that number means and how they compute that number. Well, this is kind of things that we're going to discuss in statistics. Okay? And when that number is going to be a law that we can say, okay, the probability that this guy is going to be president of the United States is this one, and that is going to be true. Okay, so we're going to be discussing this. This is all the course about. I distribute this course, and let me go in here to the content. I distribute this course, as I told you, in 5 modules. Module number 1, which is chapter number 2 about the theory of sets. We have a module number, that is module number 1. I'm sorry, module number 1. Module number 2 is going to be about the logic, which is chapter number 3. Module number 3 is the part of finance, which is chapter number 8, and then module number 4, probability, and the last one, probability and statistics, and the last one is something that is here, final exam, but we are not going to have a final exam this semester. Okay, so and actually, one of the things that I can do just from now, because I don't want to create any here, we are not going to have a final exam in this semester. In my previous semester, I used to include a final exam, but in here, we are going to remove the final exam. So it's going to be this one. Okay? I strongly suggest you guys to review your syllabus. And probably, I don't want to make this video so long, but in the syllabus, go to the course schedule outline. Actually, I put it here in a different file, but you can find this in your syllabus, okay? So the first one, as I told you, is about set theory, module number 1. This is module number 1. And then we're going to continue in the second week with module number 1, and we'll introduce module number 2, which is the part of logic. We're going to have a first sectional test for module number 1, which is basically the theory of sets. Then another one for chapter number 3. That is the second sectional test. Then a third one for chapter number 8, which is the part of personal finance. And then the last sectional test, which is the number 4th, is going to be about chapter 11 and 12, which is probabilities and statistics. Okay? So, and you can go to the syllabus to see what is the weight of each one of those tests with the other assignments that you're going to have from my lab. But this is just basically what I want to mention in this video, just an introduction of what we're going to do in our course, what you should expect about mathematics for liberal arts. Thank you.